When I first saw the Amiga version of Predator, I got excited. I thought, finally, a game that actually looks something like the movie. Unfortunately, I then played the game and realized that despite its looks, it's a god-awful piece of shit that might even be worse than the NES version of Predator. That's right, the same game that has Arnie running around in gay pink pajamas. So anyway, let's get into it. Predator for the Amiga. At first sight, the game's graphics look like a real improvement over the NES version. They have an actual jungle this time and not some demented landscape out of David Lynch's nightmares. They have a chopper that drops men out. They have the Predator 3-dot laser targeting system. They even have the rebel camp and the down chopper and the skin bodies. If nothing else, the overall look of the game is very faithful to the film. And the opening sequence ain't too bad either. However, to me it looks more like the opening to The Thing rather than Predator. But even so, I think it still looks decent. My only complaint with the graphics is that the men in the chopper sequence do look a little big in proportion to the gunship. But it's a minor quibble. And miracle of miracles, they actually made Arnie look like his film counterpart. Not that it should have been hard, but Klon, the developer of the NES game, managed to fuck that up somehow. Before you start getting your hopes up about this game, however, there's the controls. Arnie moves so goddamn slowly, it's like they put fucking lead in his shoes. Christ, even the 60-year-old Arnie could move faster than this. And it pains me to say this, but even the pink jumpsuit in Arnie in the NES version moved faster. If they could have made his character move a bit more quickly, they could have solved half the problems in this fucking game. But oh no, they can't do that! Aiming your gun is yet another problem with the controls. You can shoot straight, upwards, and downwards. But it's not like Contra where you can shoot straight ahead or at an angle while running. Instead, you have to stop, point your gun upwards or downwards, and then shoot. And the same goes for shooting straight ahead. Honestly, I have no fucking clue why the hell they did this. It's totally senseless. Oh, and good luck trying to hit anything. The angle that Arnie fires at is very awkward. It's like 15 or 20 degrees, and I swear that half the time you'll miss your target. You can also use the space bar to throw grenades and the return button to pick up weapons from slain soldiers. But unfortunately, the grenades don't have much of a range, and sometimes you'll end up picking up weapons that have less ammo than your current gun has. The enemies, however, they can just keep on fucking shooting forever. I love it when games are so fair like that. Even if I could somehow forgive the awful controls, I still can't forgive the shitty gameplay. After Dutch is dropped into the jungle, you have to head right to get to the rebel compound. And one of the first enemies you face is birds. Uh-oh, watch out, they're gonna peck your pecker. But seriously, they're not that hard to beat. Once the enemy troops start coming out, though, you're fucked. You see, this game shouldn't have been called Predator. No, it should have been called Ambush. Because that's what these fucking enemies do to you all the time. These bastards appear off-screen or nearly off-screen and start shooting at you. And if you're in their line of fire, forget it. You're dead. Fucking cream chip cunt on toast! This right here is so fucking unfair that it pretty much ruins the game. You don't even get a chance to see what you're shooting at, so you have to get killed over and over again and try to remember where the enemies are so you can shoot them. And although their locations don't change, it's hard to remember where every enemy is, so you'll be dying a lot. Worse yet, certain enemies pop out of holes in the ground, making it even harder to hit them. In all likelihood, you won't make it to the rebel compound for a while because you're going to keep on getting killed. And you only get 3 lives and don't continue, so get used to this opening chopper sequence. The Predator presents yet another problem with the gameplay. Occasionally he'll track you with his parrot cannon, and when he does, the game will switch to his thermal vision. Admittedly, this part is cool, and it does follow the movie closely. Unfortunately, Arnie moves slow as shit, so if you don't haul ass, you're gonna get blasted. And the Predator's cannon is a one-hit kill. Which means whenever it appears on screen, you gotta push right and get him to go, but he moves so fucking slowly! Please, whatever you do, don't move it like your life depends on it, you dumb muscle-bound Austrian fuck! And as if that isn't bad enough, if you run out of ammo, you have to resort to your fists, which are less than useless in a gunfight. Considering how hard it is to aim at anything and actually hit it, trust me, you'll be wasting a lot of ammo. By the time I got to the rebel compound, I was really getting aggravated with this fucking game. Between the bad controls and the constant ambushes, I found Predator nearly impossible to play. What's even more aggravating, though, is that these problems would have been so easy to fix. Just tweak the controls and have the enemies appear on screen for 2 or 3 seconds before they start shooting, and poof, the problems are solved. Did they do that, though? Is a rabbi Jewish? The sound effects were another thing that got on my nerves. Alright, at first I did like the sound effects of the jungle. They sound pretty good. But when they loop those same sounds over and over again 1,000 fucking times, it stopped sounding good. When I finally got to the second level, I reached my breaking point. Specifically because of cheap shit like this. I go to pick up a new weapon and blam, I'm killed instantly. And I try to do it again and blam, I'm killed again. Game over. Great, don't even give me a chance to pick up the fucking weapon or get out of the way. After that, I said fuck it, this game just ain't worth it. So in conclusion, I can't believe how much they fucked up Predator. All they had to do was just make a game like Contra or Mercs and put the Predator in it and it would have been a license to print money. But instead they made this slow as shit, boring, nearly unplayable piece of crap. I really wish this game came with an ass, because if it did, I would shove my foot so far up it that it would knock its shit into its skull. This is Film and Stuff signing off. Thanks for watching. Please, whatever you do, don't move it like your life depends on it, you dumb muscle-bound Austrian fuck.